This next story is just super cool. In a sport where competitors, right, begin their careers as early as age 12, believe it or not, and where they're considered senior, they can enter senior competitions at the age of 16. My next guest would be considered ancient, even though she's only 59 years old and is about to head to Germany to compete in the largest gymnastics tournament, I believe, in the world. Let's say hi to Milda Graham, who's on the line. Milda, how are you?
I'm very great. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Listen, with respect to I've never heard of this gymnastics festival before, but as I said, they expect 80,000 participants, and this covers pretty much every discipline in gymnastics. Am I right?
Yes, we're going to have, I'm sure there's going to be different festivals and workshops and performances, but also the competition that I'm entering is the World Masters. So that's for those over 30 and with age groups for each decade.
So you're barely over 30 at 59. How did you get into gymnastics? How long have you been doing this?
I started as an infant when my dad threw me in the air and caught me. He caught me.
Oh, that's good.
So that was really, really safe. Don't try that at home. But I've been doing it ever since. I took a few years off after an elite career with Wim Gym, where I still coach, and tried it again in my late 20s. And to my surprise, I was very functional.
So do you compete or have you been competing regularly?
Yes, I've competed in every decade of my life except the first one. So yes, in my teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, and now 50s.
Okay, I think we have your coach on the line too, right? Andrea Ropeleski's on the line over at the Acrofit in Vaudreuil. Andrea, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi. So I'm curious, does someone who's been doing this, as long as Milda has, really need a coach?
Well, that's a good question. Maybe one better equipped for her. But yeah, you know what? We both train. We train together, and now I've been training her for the past few years. And speaking as an athlete myself, I always need my coach too. So it helps with motivation, accountability, a mirror reflection of our training to make sure it's safe and sound, to keep our body's integrity going as long as possible. Nobody wants an injury. It's just too long to recover from at this age.
So I would ask, I typically would watch gymnastics at the Summer Olympics and probably no other time. What events are we talking about that Andrea, or that Milda rather, is going to be competing in here?
All four. She's going to be performing on the floor exercise. She's going to be doing the vault, the uneven bars, and the beam, balance beam. So everything, every traditional possibility you can do. Yeah, all four.
Milda, why do you want to push yourself here? How important is this to you?
This is my literally a dream to represent Canada. I've competed all over U.S. With a Czech-Slovak Sokol organization, but this would be my first international competition. I've competed in other sports, but never for gymnastics, which is my passion and my heart, and never for Canada. So.
And are you going to be competing against other people your age, or are you going to compete against who are fairly younger than you?
Well, they're going to be younger because I'm the oldest in my category of 50 to 59. So that's a big stretch of aging, but I'm going to do my best.
Now, I think back to just how difficult, gymnastics is on your body, right? We've all seen this kind of stuff, as I said, maybe in Olympics, and there are injuries on a fairly regular basis, some of them quite serious. Did you ever get hurt in your career enough that you're saying, you know what, maybe I'm too old for this?
That's why I left the sports at age 15. I had severe overtraining and rotator cuff issues in my shoulders. Ah. So, but with proper training and, a bit of, knowledge of the body, proper support, proper coaching, advice from physiotherapists and practicing yoga, I've been able to keep it together, I tell you.
How often do you work out or practice now?
I practice gymnastics twice a week. I do cardio once a week. I do high intensity conditioning once a week, and I do yoga once a week.
Okay. I was going to ask you what your advice to someone hearing your regimen is, but I'm not sure that's fair. At some point, at the end of all this, do you call it quits, or is this just, how long are you going to keep doing this?
I've seen a German woman. Her name is Joanna Quaz. She's in her 90s, and she still does lovely cartwheels.
Wow.
And, age-appropriate things. So each year, my gymnastics gets more and more yogic, I would say, a little less impact, a little less, height and flight and difficulty and risk, but I still keep the heart of it and the enjoyment and the passion of it. So I'd met women from Europe doing this, at the age I am now and older. When I was with the Czech group, they said gymnastics was their spirit and they never want to stop. So for me, that it really spoke to me.
Okay. I'm curious too, with respect to other people listening and thinking, what do you do when you're not working out? Do you have like a real job, or is this what you do full time?
No, I'm a teaching assistant at McGill University, where I'm doing research in the Department of the School of Religious Studies, where I look at muscular spirituality and the history of gymnastics and yoga. Wow. What a real underachiever you are, huh? I'm all in. What can I say?
Wow, good for you.
I really love, when I love it, I love it. So it's a gift that it's been able to kind of flow into my my academic life as well.
Good for you. Hey, Coach Andrea, what's your message to people out there hearing this who think, what, if someone can still do it and have this passion at that age, I'd like to do it too. How hard is it to get involved?
Well, it's actually super easy. It was a big eye-opener for me, too. When I hit 28, I thought I was too old to continue. So I had to find groups to participate in, and I was basically training and competing with kids between the age of 9 and 18 at the age of 36. So, how awkward and embarrassing that was, but the passion of the sport it takes over. So we ended up developing programs strictly for adults, and it grew at the time to 5 times a week. Now I'm coaching adults between the ages of 30 to, Milda's age, 7 days a week. So we have private training, semi-private training, group training. I'm affiliated with Club Campiagile in Valleyfield. They're incredibly generous with their time and space there. So they allow me to bring my athletes there, and I train them there, and I also have a home studio, and we're fully equipped outdoors too. So it's super easy. People show up, they call and say, I want to learn to flip. And they think they're crazy, but no, they come and try it, and they're shocked every time. Well, we're all a bit crazy, to be totally honest.
Yeah. I want to learn to... That's a phone call I don't think I'd ever make. I want to learn to flip. Okay.
We're going to invite you to try now.
Yeah,
you know that.
Yeah, of course, and I'd be the first one there. Milda, I want to congratulate and wish you all the best in the competition. Ladies, thank you both. Andrea, thank you. All the best. Take care. There you go. So much. Milda Graham, 59 years old, about to head to an international gymnastics competition representing Canada in Germany. Amazing.